Hey, this is Lonely Yuri. I've always been quite a fan of girl-to-girl relationship, to be honest, and I would rather. I've always had the preference of this kind of stuff rather than a boy-girl doing each other. It's always nice to see two girls bonding and having feelings for each other. I think it's cute like that. Way better than any porn, any sorts of porn, definitely. So let's get started. Lonely Yuri. She didn't want to return to her empty home, which is why she accepted the request, even though she promised myself not to dive into these things without looking first anymore. The girl dejectedly thinks to herself that this is just a repetition of last year. Now it has even begun to rain. That is one. That is so loud. That is so loud. I'm so sorry for doing this. But as you can see in the title screen, there was no settings over there, so there's not much I could do from there. Okay. Should be fine. I should be fine with this volume. Okay. So cold. She doesn't want to bother taking her umbrella out of her bag, so she just starts running instead. Fortunately, the house where she needs to go is close by. This has to be the place. After a moment's hesitation, she rings the doorbell. Excuse me? My name is Cornell, and I'm in the same class as Ayaba-san. There is a relieved reply from the other side, and the iron gates swing open. Maybe they are being controlled from inside the house. Fusa Cornell steps across the rail that guides the heavy gate, thereby entering the garden of the Ayaba residence. She only came here to deliver some communication printouts, nothing more. But right now, Fusa is drinking tea brought to her by a woman she believes is Aiba's mother, for no reason other than that she couldn't turn down the invitation. I really wish I knew why I'm such a pushover. Then again, it's pretty nice to have a hot cup of tea after having run through that cold rain. She readjusts her formal sitting position, as it was starting to sleep. I wonder what Ayaba-san herself is doing right now. Her name is Ayaba. Something Ayaba. Fusa doesn't remember her first name. All she knows is that she's a pretty truant girl, even by her class standards. In fact, she hasn't attended school even once since the opening ceremony. This is the reason why Fusa is here in the first place, to give printouts and notifications to Ayaba-san. Her homeroom teacher more or less dumped the task on her. The lady said she'd be back soon, but it's coming up on 15 minutes now. On the other side of the table, from where Fusa is sitting, there's a couch. That must be a reserved seat. The room, although spacious, isn't very showy at all. She was starting to stare at first, but she stopped herself. She feels it would be rude, but she can't relax when she's in someone else's territory, especially when the master of that territory isn't currently present. On the other hand, if the master, Aiba-san, does return, Fusa doesn't know how she's supposed to behave. Should she just hand over the documents she came to deliver and be on her way? Or is there something else she's supposed to do? How are you doing? Won't you come to school? What are you doing here at... No, she can't possibly ask a question like that. There is a limit to how meddlesome you can be. Fusa regrets coming here, even if there's nothing she can do about it now. What could she possibly say to a girl who never comes to school? Suddenly, she feels very tired, so she lies forward onto the table. I quote, dots, dot dot, dot dot dot. From outside, there's the sound of falling rain. It sounds like it's raining even harder now. But from here, the sound is muffled. It's actually quite soothing. The scent of the tea enters her nostrils. It's a very nice tea. Maybe because this is such a nice household. Fusa likes tea, and yet she didn't realize how nice this tea smells until she closed her eyes. She regrets that. She takes a deep breath. She thoroughly inhales the scent of the tea. Now that she's lying on the table and enjoying the scent of the tea, her body suddenly feels very relaxed. Clothes and hair are almost dried now. They're a little stiff but warm. Huh? It happened suddenly, like something falling over. Huh? Powerful drowsiness overcomes her. She can't stifle a yawn. Oh my god. Oh no. Is she being drugged? Fusa's inner voice of reason asks if she is actually planning on sleeping here. But in spite of that, the drowsiness continues to deepen. Her eyelids refuse to open. With every breath, the sounds around her become fainter. A warm feeling spreads throughout her body, making her hands and feet go limp. She really is in danger of falling asleep now. She needs to sit back up. Now! Oh my god. She needs to open her eyes. That's right. She needs to make an effort. She's got to think. That will drive off the urge to sleep. She could think about what to say to Iverson when she appears, for instance, or about when it would be prudent to leave, or about something else. There's a lot to think about. Ah, I fell asleep just now, didn't I? Her mind refuses to do its job. The growing drowsiness has swollen into a big, white something, which is smothering out her reason. But I wasn't tired at all until just now. Maybe I'm more tired than I thought. She thinks those words right when she needs an excuse. Maybe just a little while. As long as I wake up before Ibasan comes back. Her body won't obey her thoughts anymore anyway. But at least she can stop worrying.